Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So today we are going to be doing lesson 86, page 447, and this will be our last math topic before Easter break. So I'm super excited, I know you are. The topic today is area of a circle. So far we've learned how to get the circumference of a circle, we've learned what diameter is of a circle, and the radius of a circle. So just if you remember, I'm just going to draw a circle over here to the side. So the diameter is the full width of the circle. And then radius is half of that width. And then of course the full measurement around the circle is circumference. So today we are actually going to be using just the radius, not the diameter or the circumference. Now before I get started into the actual formula of area, I just want to remind you of something very, very important. Because on your homework, some of the problems will give you the diameter and then it tells you to find the area, but you can't do that quite yet. Because reminder, if the diameter is given to you instead of the radius, you have to cut the diameter in half before you can actually use it to get the area. So that's just a little reminder for you. Please don't forget to cut that diameter in half. You have to use the radius, not the diameter, to get area. So that leads us to area. So remember, area is all the stuff that is inside of a shape. Okay, in this case, a circle. So you're going to get area by using pi times radius square, or to the second power. So in other words, this is what it looks like. Pi is 3.14 times whatever the radius is. It would give it to you in the problem. And then you're going to multiply that radius by itself 2 times. That's what that little square means, if you remember that. Okay, so that leads us to our first example. So if the radius is 2 inches, then what is the area? And I just drew a little picture here to represent that. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 2 inches, because that's my radius, to the second power. So before I multiply anything by the 3.14, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 inches square. So what that means is 2 inches times 2 inches, okay, and that gives me my 4 inches, because 2 times 2 is 4. And then I'm going to multiply that 4 by the 3.14. And after I do that, I get 12.56 inches square. And I cannot forget that little 2 because I am getting area. So I have to put my little 2 as part of my label. And that is my answer. Now, you may see another example that looks similar to this. It'll have a picture drawn. And of course, mine is very crooked and not to scale. But it'll have a circle drawn in the midst of all these boxes, and it'll tell you to get the area. So right here, this is how I find out how many units the radius is. Now this particular problem, it actually tells me that it's 3 units, but I want you to watch at where those 3 units are. So if you notice, from here to here is 1 box. And then from here to here is another box. So I'm just going to put that box 2. And then from here to the end of the circle is box 3. So that's how I get 3 units from radius to the outside of the box. The circle, I'm sorry. So middle to the outside, it takes up 3 units. So that's how I got that. So my radius is 3 units. So I'm going to plug that into my area formula. So it's pi, or 3.14, times 3 squared. So again, I'm going to get my 3 squared first. Remember, 3 squared, it's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times 3. Because remember, that square means I'm multiplying it by itself. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. Then I'm going to take that 9 and multiply it by the 3.14. And when I do that, I get 28.26 units square. And I put units because it doesn't tell me inches or feet or anything like that. It just says units. So that's what I'm going to put, is just units. And if you understood that, then that's about as complicated as it gets. So you are on the right track. And that will actually conclude lesson 86. And please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Have a great day, guys.